Corey, do you want to know what's your procedure?
I will definitely share that, and I'll tell y'all right now. I go right on the internet, right? I go to whatever township I'm looking to buy in, and then what people don't know that there's multiple levels of tax sale. There's like 5 different levels of tax sale, and then what I do is I try to find the lowest level of tax sale after it's been through all the other tax sales. I try to find the lowest level of tax sale and buy from there where I can just get the property free and clear that nobody else wanted. So that's my strategy. I'm not saying, is that's my strategy.
One
You
of
know
the
what I
things
mean? Like,
one of the things I've been working on personally, like from a personal development standpoint. First of all, if you're not working on yourself at all times, then like that's rule number
yeah,
one. You should always work on yourself, and whatever that may be for you. So, as I was doing, like, some of the books I'm currently reading, and I'll talk about what I'm currently reading now, but is patience, right? And that's a very difficult thing to master because we always want things when we want them instead of understanding the idea of patience. One of the books I'm reading, I mentioned on here last week, I believe, I did, because it's Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. I'm still reading it. I'm close to finish now. But he talks about patience in terms of being a superpower. And the reason it's a superpower is because the average person doesn't have patience, right? So as it pertains to like finances, like to me, that is kind of like Warren Buffett's superpower. He's able to like watch fads go by, not care about them, um, understand that,
he stick to his
understand
strategy.
that understand that I don't have to catch everything, and just be patient. And then when an opportunity that arises and something that I have an understanding of, take full action on that. So I was in a meeting, and shout out to Tori. Tori just copped some property as well. I helped her with that deal. Tori from 254, right?
Yes, indeed.
So I was in a meeting with her and the lady that runs Jumpstart Norristown. And I was explaining to her, like, at this point in my journey with real estate, I only focus on single family residential. And she was like, what about this and what about that? And I was like, yo, I've done it. I've owned commercial. I've owned tons of duplexes. I was like, I only focus on one thing. And it's because that's where I have my highest level of understanding. I could see a deal. I could value it very fast. It's more liquid than most, other parts of real
Yeah.
estate. But also, like, that patience. Instead of having to always be in something, I'm waiting for the perfect deal. Yo, I'm trying to buy everything. Because you can still find crazy deals. Like, I
No, they
purchased
out there.
I
They out
purchased
there. They
in
out
the
there
city of
crazy.
Philadelphia with the values that you just talked about, how it's higher in the city. I purchased stuff for 1,000, 200, 500, but I'm very patient. Now, getting back to what I was saying originally, though, right? This book is amazing, by the way. Discipline is Destiny. And I already told you, Corey, I hate the fact that I love his books that much for political reasons, but it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is. And another book I'm reading is Build Wealth One House at a Time, right? I think that's the name of the book. Let me get the exact name because I hate like giving y'all wrong names. Discipline is Destiny is by Ryan Holiday. Build Wealth One House at a Time is another one I'm simultaneously reading.
Yo, man,
That's
I
by a
was
guy
just,
named John. It's by John Schwab, and his thing is called Building Wealth One House at a Time. But real quick, the premise behind that is how everybody has this idea. I got to scale fast, scale fast. Take your time, work on that one crib. You get that to get it situated, your tenant, whatever. Go to the next one, because what will happen over time is you'll learn through going through the whole process. And sometimes scaling too fast, you make mistakes. But go ahead, Corey. What you about to say?
and I was saying you giving boy too much credit because that's something that you always been talking about since I met you. So
No, it is. It is. But
you ain't
sometimes
need no
you have
book.
an idea.
You ain't need no book for that one.
No, but when but all right. So it's adding to my. I already had that thought, but sometimes you have an idea and you think like, all right, I'm crazy. Why am I only one? But then you hear somebody else. He wrote a book on it. So
Yeah,
like, you know what I
I
mean? So
mean,
once I saw that, I'm like, I automatically got to get it because this is something I've been thinking about. And shout out to Malik, because me and Malik spent hours and hours chopping it up, and that's something that he believes in too. But this dude has a whole book on it, so I would definitely want to give him a shout out because I am reading his book, and you better believe I'm going to be stealing game from it. His name is John Schwab. It's called Building Wealth One House at a Time. And by the way, the Building Wealth One House at a Time is on Audible, in case anybody does audiobooks.